Don.
That's it.
All right, well, here we are again. Welcome back to the West Hollywood Silver Spoon.
Oh, gee, I wasn't even ready.
Oh, no, everybody's ready.
Was
And we have our regulars here, Don Sherman, who's not ready, and Harry
You
Northup.
have to be ready all the time, right? In life,
Harry-
because
Well, that's right.
so you're always waiting for a cue.
And your cue is up.
My cue is up already. I just came here.
Your cue
Ready
is
when
up.
you are, CB.
How did you like auditioning? Auditioning was better, harder than working, right?
Well, you just be prepared. I always go to that Boy Scout motto. Be prepared. You go in there and you execute. You always try to make sure you're warm and thankful to the
How do you
producer.
do that? How do you do that to make sure you're too warm? Suppose it's
Well,
like,
because if
Suppose
Daniel he's a producer and you're the director,
where's Daniel?
if he's a producer
Look, there's a
and you're
guy-
the director,
Yeah,
you walk
that's the
in,
guy doesn't want his pictures shown.
You
how
have-
how would
yeah.
you feel that?
you have to make connections.
Say
with the
hello.
producer.
Say hello,
Don't take it
Daniel.
personally.
Say hello.
Don't take it personally.
Okay, that's
Okay,
Daniel.
that's me.
He's a friend of ours. He has the most informative bevy of stories and experiences you ever want to hear, but you'll never hear it because he refuses to show
You'll
you
hear it,
his
you just won't
face.
see
He's a great storyteller.
He is a great storyteller. But the face, he
Taking the
can't show
place
his
of horse
face.
and
So
bean,
that,
that's what it is.
so that makes you humble.
Horse and bean, my goodness.
It's
Channeling
business.
horse and bean.
It's business, right?
You can do
Business.
that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Strictly business.
Strictly business.
To get back to you, you
Yeah.
have to make contact with the producer. He's the guy that cuts a check, right? He hires you.
Well, the producer is also in the dock. David, say hello.
Well, I did. Hello again. This is David Lloyd Glover, your announcer,
And
your
we're
host.
the two guys who we can't see.
But everybody can see you. That's important.
So we should just sort of
people feel my
ignore
presence.
them. See, they're ignoring us.
No, they're not. They're
They just
including us.
ignored us. They were talking. I didn't know what they were talking about.
Yeah, we had a little
getting this-
side conversation here.
We need some action. We need an argument.
Oh, yeah, well,
We
let's
need
steam this
somebody
up a
to show
bit.
up. We got no audience. Don't you understand? We're four men that are talking and we have nobody to talk to.
Yeah. Well, you can imagine who's out there watching this.
But we have great memories. We could always talk about our memories. Like this man here. Tell him just one of the movies you did that was so fantastic. Like
Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs. So we can't hear a thing about that.
It was silent.
I'll tell you one story about it. I was sitting at the House of Pies where
Oh, wait a
Dan
minute.
and I went.
He's making sounds already.
That's right.
No on his face, but his words and sounds.
Giving you this my version
He'll be
of Silence
begging
of the
us.
Lambs.
He'll be begging us. But believe me, in another month, this man will be begging. The restaurant will be destroyed. It won't be here no more. He'll be knocking at the door. I'm sorry, I was wrong. I was
Yeah,
wrong.
I needed the PR.
Whatever he's on, I want to be on what he's on today.
Yeah.
No,
He's
you
got
never.
supreme energy.
I think
Yes,
so.
you can't.
William Blake over here. Energy is eternal delight.
No, because you know why, really? I met an apostle from the man. I don't want to get into it, but it's
No.
one of those moments in life. You've run into him every so often. Everybody meets him once or twice.
Apostle?
Somebody who's real
Or
representative.
an apostle, is that the same like an agent at the William Morris Agency?
Oh, now she's
Ah,
performing.
there we go,
even,
yeah.
and yet won't give us his face. Is there a doctor?
You asked me a question.
Oh,
May I
yeah, I'm
tell it
sorry.
to you?
Yes, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
So I was getting ready to do the Silence Lambs, and the first shot was I'm outside. My character, Mr. Bimmel, father of the first victim, building an addition to the pigeon coop, and I'm sitting at the House of Pies, and I thought, no, I think I'd rather be holding a white pigeon, looking up see if there's any mites in there. When Clarice, Jodie Foster comes in, so I wrote it down on a napkin. So I go to the Philly or Pittsburgh, and we go to the set, and John the Demi comes up to me and said, "What do you want to do on this first exterior?" So I literally pulled out the napkin. I said, and I repeated what I just told you. He says, "Great, we'll shoot it." And then I stuck it back in my pocket, and we shot it.
Wow.
So that's people want you to contribute, right?
Right.
And it was nice visual. Looking up the sun coming down, the white pigeon looking for mite. So, thankfully we work with great
Am I the
workers.
only one that don't know how you got there? This was very interesting to hear, but how did he get there?
Well, you just asked him.
Yeah, just ask me.
What did I ask you?
You ask me. We're going backwards?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's roll the tape back.
Let's just go
It
back. Let's
happens
move on.
It happens sometimes.
What about you? What about you preparing for one of your roles?
Well, I don't have any roles. I've retired.
All right, when you were a top banana, and you still are a top banana, how would you talk about one of your shows, like at the Village Vanguard? Did you get nervous before or not?
Always thought it was nervousness till Tony Bennett says, if you don't have that, you're dead. So I figured, hey, why should I try to get rid of it with scotch or something like that?
Were you on a bill with Zoot Sims?
I think that'd be nice.
Yes.
Oh, I love Zoot
Drink
Sims.
to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are beautiful. I like Passion Flower, and I like
Try to work it in so that we can hear it too. We don't mind you not being seen.
Yeah.
But
But
if
you want to be heard.
No, don't just mumble and destroy these. Because this man doesn't talk much, and when he talks, you get.
I'm listening.
You get the words of Zoot Sims.
He's dominating us today.
He's,
He's taking over.
I don't mean to. I don't mean
You
to. Come
do
on,
very
wake
well.
up. Do something. Maybe you're asleep.
He's on a roll.
Maybe you're asleep.
It's the Joe
There's a certain
Turkel
level to
blood.
performing. There's a
drug.
certain level to living. You're not just living now.
When you come in
You're
appearing like you're going to go off on a ship to the North Sea like that, you have that vigor in you.
You like that?
Yes, that, and I like your shirt.
I like your pea coat.
Yeah. So
That's
the
right.
shirt is the gal investigative office.
He's
Ah,
Wonderful, wonderful office that I once had to do business with a long time ago.
Yeah.
Because somebody
Don't tell anybody.
we had a misunderstanding. No, they settle misunderstandings, which is a wonderful thing to have in this world. People that'll settle the arguments that you started.
Exactly.
Hey, see that?
Yep. You need a mediator once in a while.
Okay, come on. Let's see. Do you have a poem ready?
I didn't
Ah,
bring it today.
caught you off guard.
You should be able
Make up a poem.
Harry, you should be able to recite one from.
Side one. I'd never see the poem born. Born.
All right, I'll give you a short little one.
Okay.
Mariposa Avenue. A woman dressed in brown, wearing perfume, waters her lawn.
Oh.
Just a little simple visual. I saw that the other day.
It's like a haiku.
Just minimal.
Whether she's full-breasted or
Doesn't that tell you
beautiful
something? A woman wearing
Yeah,
perfume, she
but it was a
waters
little
her
too
lawn?
subtle. I wanted a little actual, something to touch, something that could lay my finger on.
You're not giving him the finger.
Interesting,
are
the
you?
finger that you're using there.
The fickle finger was shown to the camera.
Flying Fickle Finger Fate Award.
Because he'll take his camera.
Why did this get such a terrible? It's very defiant.
That one
Dude,
is
that's defiant.
Well, that one's defined. The other one is something
Then
else.
there's one that's the Hawaiians do. What is that? Or is that a gang thing?
Oh, hang 10.
Is that what that means?
That's hang 10, yes.
Suppose you got 9 guys and you gotta wait for it to come.
How you
You hang
feeling
10
today?
guys.
How are you feeling today?
that's a minion, then, Then you have a minion if you make that.
A minion. There
What's
you
the
go.
best movie you've seen lately?
What did I see that wasn't? I said Robert's movie wasn't bad if you just stay awake, but he's not on there.
Well, that's Descendants.
The Descendants.
That has a challenge. It's a challenge for people who have a tendency to doze.
So it's the Insomniacs.
I have a tendency to leave. I love movies that I know I'll totally dislike and I can leave in the first 5 minutes.
Do you like Hugo?
I wasn't sure if I should go.
Hugo.
I wanted to go immediately as soon as I saw the clicking and the spinning. I was wondering, I was thinking about you because you can't stand spinning and clicking and turning of the camera and the angles. And the angles were unbelievable. They had wheels turning in the wheels, and wheels were turning on wheels, and it was always clicking and moving and spinning and going. And then there was Hugo, who's cute little kid's gonna be another star now. He's 8 years old and already he's a star. I'm 80 years old and they
Still working on it.
to audition for one word.
You're still a star.
Yeah, in my mind, stardom. What does it really mean?
It means that you have the ability to
It
project.
doesn't mean everything. It doesn't really mean. I mean, if you're a star, don't you get everything you want? Don't people just bend over?
Oh, they give you everything.
God.
You need new carpet in your house. We're doing it for a
They
star.
make it easy. It's
Yes.
so easy for you as it is. They know you're a star. Now they're making it easy. Oh, no, you don't have to brush your own teeth. Herbert, come here. He's perfect. He's brushing Clark Gable's teeth. He took them out.
Take them out, brush, put them
in.
back, yeah.
Yes, to have your own guy brushing your teeth, then you know you made it.
You're very vibrant today.
Why? You said that already. Did you think of anything else? You're a poet.
I used a different word.
Oh, that's just, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
I wanted more from you. I wanted more from you.
But Don, when you hear that announcement, and now the comedy stylings of Mr. Don Sherman,
Yeah,
doesn't that get you going?
it did.
Yeah.
He was great up at the chateau. I mean,
Oh yeah, a little
hosting,
stand-up.
telling jokes,
I was very
getting people
bad.
on and off.
I
You were
forgot.
marvelous up there.
No,
Yes, you were.
I wish I could have had the party once more. And tell those stories.
You know what? You'll tell them at my party.
I'll tell them your story.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna, yeah, you
Well,
work.
that's the man. Again, it's Gal.
Yeah, Mr. Daniel, he's going to have a party in celebration.
Galworthy. That was
It's Galworthy.
Galworthy. I was trying to
That's
think.
that's a new
Is there an
moniker.
actor named John Galworthy?
No.
No.
Yeah.
You know, the other day I took the bus here. I left my car at home, so I got a ride to Cahuenga and Sunset, and I walked by, and it was at that shooting. So I look about 30 feet down. There's a body.
But you're shooting by the movie. I was going to that movie.
Yeah, well, I walked by there after I left here that day, and there you see the body right there, the guy that was doing the shooting, covered up.
Crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Well, it's the end for him. He doesn't have any more problems.
He ran out of ammo.
I don't think. You think there's a life after death? More is confusion.
Well, he doesn't have one, that's for sure.
Here's the way I look at it. Some people say the glass is half full. I don't say it's half full, or half empty. I don't say it's half full. I say it's 85% full, and when I die, it'll be 100% full. Then we join the
I just say
universe.
it's wet.
Yeah.
We join the universe, right? We become part of the sand and the mountains and the
Right,
rocks.
exactly.
And then we start the thing all over again.
Then you have people walking on you,
Yeah.
Yeah, and you come back as a
Right?
dog.
Listen, when you're alive, they have people walking on you anyway.
peeing
don't
on
you?
you. Dogs will be peeing on you.
Well, I hope not. I want to come back as a cat. I want to come back in a cat with a couple who is scholarly. That's what I
Where's
want.
the cat? They bury their feces and they bury them.
You should come back
Here
as
we
a dog.
come
on. Is that the-
You should live my dog's life. I should live my dog's life.
Here we make a movie out of it.
Silence is talking again.
That's right. Sounds
Here we make a movie out
No
of
one will ever see that face that they just heard that.
it. We do.
exactly.
Here they make a movie or a TV show out of what you just said was the animals buried. We put it on TV. We don't want to talk about that.
No.
It's a beautiful day today, and you're dressed beautifully.
It is beautiful. It is a beautiful day. It wasn't so good earlier, but it got beautiful. But then it gets gray fast too.
Yeah,
Are you
well,
happy, Don?
Happy.
Yeah.
Content.
You're smiling.
A contented
How do you
cow.
define? That's a tough word to define.
Well, you're among three people who love
David's
you.
a genius at that. How would you define happiness? What is happiness?
Happiness is defined by yourself because only you know if you're happy.
You know what it is. So it's a
And
state
you know
of
what it
mind.
is. It's a state of mind. It's a perception,
So you feel for that one moment where
Yeah.
you feel everything is perfect. And
You can't order it on
It's like for
eBay.
the four of us right now. We're all happy.
Yeah. It's not a product that you get on
When we leave here,
eBay
we all be
or
crappy,
you
but
can
right now we're
order.
happy.
What'd you say?
I said when we leave here, we could be crappy, but right now we're all happy.
I'm okay
He's
as
getting cute. He's getting cute. He's getting more of the performance coming out.
I agree with
We
that.
just keep him locked up in the dark.
I
A
agree
couple
with
more
you.
times we'll make a stop.
I'm okay as long as I'm with people.
Right?
Yeah? You can't
Then
handle
I go home and I start feeling vulnerable.
You don't like
oh
alone?
God, I hope I start feeling guilty.
loneliness is
You have
tough.
difficulty being alone?
Guilty about
Difficulty
what?
being alone?
No, I feel, well, the other day I was walking down the street and I thought to myself, okay, I have my wife who's loving and comfortable, but I said, only each one of us can save ourselves, right?
Right.
We can't depend on other people. It's up to each one of us.
To work it out.
Whatever, if somebody does something bad to you, you just think, all right, what did I do? And you try to repair whatever happened and go on with your life, right?
Did you know that I saw that film, Young Adult?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, maybe I'm mixing up with Mysterious Methods where guy's a psychiatrist and he ends up being
Well, that's Dangerous Method.
Dangerous Methods.
Yeah, Carl Jung is whapping
Carl
the.
Young, and you're a young
The
My
page.
wife is a Jungian.
And he goes, well,
Jungian, yeah.
who has the strap? You, your wife.
We don't use this.
Well, you're not a Jungian. Jungians.
No, bullwhip, yes, but no strap.
They want to see a strap right away. You see.
The artists are into Jung, because Jung talks about the archetype. We're all living out an archetype.
Where does the strap in?
The other thing which Jung says, do not take your internal fears, do not project your fears onto other people, do not scapegoat other people.
Oh, yeah.
Take your fears, integrate them with inside yourself. That's
See, I
a
don't
good
agree
thing.
with that. I think you should take your fears and overcome them.
Yeah, well, but it's good not to scapegoat people.
No. You have to overcome them yourself.
Yeah.
You don't. If someone is afraid of dogs, they don't now have to bring that fear on their children to be afraid of dogs as well.
Well, what Carl Jung didn't know at the time, though, that later on he'd be whipping the ass of Keira Knightley,
Who?
the actress.
Keira Knightley.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Carl Jung didn't know he'd become old either.
And boy, they really showed it whipping her. I mean,
Oh yeah, they were hauling off and doing it. You
it
know.
was not just a little pat.
Yeah.
Whipped her mind of a Jungian.
I wonder if she read the script before that, before she accepted the
She
role.
had a standing ass.
Could have.
You notice how good David is? He can keep that camera going and he looks different ways.
I don't know how
He's like
that
a
elbows, those arms. That must be so
Hey,
sexy.
I'm an artist. What can I say?
One thing about David, he's skilled in many different facets of life, right? He can
Why
do
is it?
anything.
Yes, and I could do nothing.
He's very
Somerset
successful.
Maugham cured me. He said, never do anything you can pay somebody else to do.
Truly,
Always remember.
Somerset
Play
Maugham.
hockey.
Some ass, right?
No.
Ever go fishing?
Fishing, I'd like to try that. I think I'm ready for
Oh, you've never tried that?
How about
Okay.
hunting?
No, I can't, because I always feel sorry for the fish. They're holding the fish up like it's an award, and they're ripping, and I'm to see this jaw being ripped. And,
Oh, you don't do it that way.
yeah, but I can't stand it. Now, hook.
No, you
How would
can
you
take
feel
that
on a
out.
Take him off the hook and hold him in your hand.
One time when we were young, we went
Yeah,
fishing.
let him go.
My dad, he takes a thing and he pulls it back and it gets my brother
Oh,
right in the earlobe.
Don't.
He caught it in the
Oh, I
earlobe.
hate
Sorry.
that. Oh, God.
So your
that-
brother was ahead of his game, ahead of his time now, because he can have his own little earring right there.
Yeah, he just left the fish hook in. You know, they just cut the line.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
Comes
Exactly.
up with the best line, the guy in the dark.
there you go.
The guy in the dark.
Yeah, well, that's why we liked him to be around. I remember I went fishing one time off the pier on a boat, and I didn't know what type of weight to put down, how far to go, and I thought, I should have known all this.
Sure.
Hemingway teaches to shoot and hunt and fish, and yet I didn't know all that stuff. We should know all that, right?
Yeah, I think so.
That or get taught. Somebody has to teach you, and then an experience teaches you too.
Hunting, fishing, and sports, that's what we should teach our
That's
kids.
so nice and relaxing, and you throw it out and you wait till you pick the hook.
I'd rather go over to Tusquelas and get my fresh halibut or my fresh swordfish or fresh salmon, go home.
Oh, my.
Have
That's
my
the
wife
password.
cook it.
Swordfish.
My uncle was a Russian, red face, looked like Christian, and he used to be up on a platform and he had this ship. And those women,
Hemingway.
they analyzed the fish. They looked at the fish. They checked its respiration.
Make my day.
It's amazing. Look at it. They're whispering. People in
We're
the
listening to
dark.
you. See, we can hear you at the same time.
Yeah.
Is this
that's true.
another fish story?
Yes, that's what it is.
How big
I'm
was
not gonna get that. Forget that story.
A tall fish story.
It's a giraffe fish.
Oh, he used to yell at that. What are you looking for? They pick up the gills. Those women, they look at the gills. They know what to look for.
yeah.
They know. They don't just buy a carp.
No.
Oh,
They
no,
take
no,
that
yeah.
carp. They hold it up to the light. They look it down. Put their hand right in his mouth.
That's right.
And they talk. God, they know about that fish.
They know how to pick the bones out.
They know just
Freshness,
And he asks him, "What do you know? What do you know about the fish? Where did you never fish?" And he gets so mad because he knew everything about a fish, and nobody ever asked him.
I know what you
They
know.
just look.
Did you ever see that documentary on Lou Wasserman, The Last Mogul? His wife's father used to hide the drugs in the fish, and he would make his bread doing that. Remember that?
No, I don't.
Yeah, in Cleveland. Yeah, his wife's father was a big gangster, and he used to smuggle drugs in the fish.
Wow, I never heard that. I
Or
know
they
the
have the
fishes
fish
are
sniffing
dead.
dogs.
Yeah,
You sleep
fish
with the
sniffing.
fishes, it means he's dead. Sleeping with
I learned something a new factoid the other day, but you probably already know it because you were around. You were around during the time of Lady Godiva, right?
No.
Yes. You weren't around.
No, so if I would have, I would have
So I learned.
Put on
I learned where the
something.
term "hooray for our side" came from.
Oh,
Because
he's
Lady
doing-
Godiva used to ride side saddle.
Doing jokes. He's doing
No,
jokes.
sorry, to ride side saddle.
He's trying to go over. He's trying to apologize for his
He's
incognito.
funny today.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
See
that's
what you evoked out of him?
right.
I want to bring it out into the light.
Guy's on fire, you know.
But he can't be seen.
Actually, I'm funny all the time. You just never.
He can't be seen.
We just haven't heard it. Well, who's going to throw out this word of the day that we?
Word of the day.
Yeah, our
Give
word-
it from the darkness.
Dan, what's the word of the day?
Word of the day is happiness.
Ah, happy. Happiness. That's
Happiness.
the original one.
So now we'll close out on the word of the day, happiness, and say goodbye to everybody from the West Hollywood Silver Spoon.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Don. Goodbye,
Bye.
Dan. Goodbye, David. Thank
Goodbye,
you.
old
Goodbye.
black one.